Hello. Are you there? Grade 7 learners, Mariadze Primary School. I hope you guys are good. I'm also good. So I thought today on the 21st of, is it August? 2021, we'll talk a little bit about geography. Because I see that we've lurked behind. So let's try to catch up. So, term 3 geography is talking about population. 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 Do you know the term population? If you don't, by the end of this lesson, you'll be knowing what a population is. So what's a population? A population is the number of people living in an area. Hello? The number of people living in an area. Write it down. The number of people living in an area. The number of people living in an area. The number of people living in an area. Okay? I'm sure you know what people are. If you look there in your house, you will see people, isn't it? So, what is an area? What do you think an area is? So, an area is a place, okay? For example, Amashau, Elim, America, that's a place, that's an area, okay? So, a population is a number of people that are living in an area. It can be a smaller area, like a village, maybe Doli or Gubungwa or Matote. That's also an area, okay? So the number of people who are living there gives us the population, the population, the people that are living in an area. Let's continue. Now, something happened in October 2011. Back in October 2011. I hope by then you were born. You were not born. October 2011. This is what happened to the world. The population of the world, or the number of people who are living in the world, became 7 billion. That's in October 2011. It became 7 billion in 2011. There were 7 billion people living on planet Earth. So planet Earth is also an area. 7 billion people were living on planet Earth. Okay? So that is the population of the world back then in 2011. So what do you think in 2021 the population is? Because you see, every year the population of the world increases by 50 million people. Every year in the world, there are 50 million babies born in the world. 50 million babies born. So that's what happens every year. South Africa in 2011 was about the same population. Like in South Africa, the population, the people who were living in South Africa only, they were about 50 million. But right now it's 2021, they have increased. They might be about 70 million. We'll learn about it in some time to come. Hey, write those facts down. How many people were in the world in 2011? Write it down. How much does the population grow in a year? Write it down. I said it back there. You can, reverse and go see it. Moving right along. Hey. Okay. So there are some concepts. Some words that are used in defining population. Again, we're gonna get to them. Let's start with the first one. The first one is birth rate. BIRTHRATES. Birth rate. So what's the birth rate? The birth rate is the number of babies that are born in 1 year per 1,000 people in a country. Listen again. The number of babies that are born in 1 year per 1,000 people. The number of babies that are born in a country in a year per 1,000 people. That's birth rate. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. So that's what a birth rate is. It's usually measured by 1,000 people. Are you there? So if the birth rate, for example, for Hamasha Udoli is 15, for Hamasha Udoli, only Doli, it means that it's 15. It means that 15 babies are born from 1,000 people in 1 year. That's what the birth rate is. I hope you get my example. Let's say, for example, the birth rate for Elim is 40. It means that in Elim, in 1 year, how many babies are born? You got it. 40. 40. 40. Very good. That's what a birth rate is. Now let's talk about something a little bit saddening. It's called death rate. DEATH death rate. This is the number of deaths in 1 year per 1,000 people in a country. The number of people that die in a country per 1,000 people in 1 year. The number of people who die in a country per 1,000 people. The number of people that die in a country per 1,000 people. That is called the death rate. Write it down. I gave you the concept birth rate, and now I give you the concept death rate. The number of people that die in a country per 1,000 people in 1 year. Okay, that is the death rate. For example, if Hamasha Magweni, where the king lives, has a death rate of 10, it means that in Hamasha Magweni every year 10 people buy the farm. You know this. You know, buy the farm. So, how do we measure birth and death rate? We measure it using two concepts, two words: high and low. Not high, high and low. So birth rate can either be high or it can be low. And death rate can either be high or low. I hope you got it. I hope you got it. Now let's move on to something else. Infant mortality rate. Infant, INFANT, mortality, MORTALITY, rate. Infant mortality rate. Infant mortality. So what's an infant? Let's start right there. What's an infant? An infant is a baby who is younger than 1. Okay? The baby who is younger than 1 year old. This baby has not reached 1 year old. Who's the one who is in the band? 1 year. An infant is a baby who is younger than 1 year. Write it down. Write it down. Right. So what is mortality? Mortality is death. Death. Mortality is death. Okay? So what is infant mortality rate? So infant mortality is the number of babies that die before they reach the age of 1. The number of babies that die before they reach the age of 1. The number of babies that die before they reach the age of 1. The number of babies that die before they reach the age of 1. The number of babies that die, that buy the farm before they reach the age of 1. That is infant mortality rate. You see, you are lucky, man. So you are lucky, man. You lived post 1. You lived beyond 1. So we'll count you around the birth rate. You're still you're in the population. So even this infant mortality rate is usually measured against 1,000 people of an area. For example, let's talk about, I see some numbers here. Ghana had a infant mortality rate per 1,000 people of 50. In other words, every 1,000 people, 50 infants died. In Mozambique, they had a population of 89. So in every 1,000 people that were living in Mozambique, 89 infants died. And for South Africa, this was a long time ago, the infant mortality rate was 55, meaning that babies before reaching the age of 1 in South Africa per 1,000 people in one area had died. 55 babies had died. I hope we're traveling together. Let's move on. and talk about something else. Life expectancy. Life expectancy. Life, I know you know how to write life, but expectancy. Expectancy. That's a subtopic. Don't even worry. Life expectancy. This is the average age people live in a given population can expect to live. The average age people in a given population can expect to live. The average age is how many years people in a given population can expect to live. Okay, so for example, back in 2012, the life expectancy was 62 years. Like, people were expected to buy the farm at 62 years. Usually they would buy the farm at around 62 years age. Listen here, I know you listen to me saying buy the farm. It's not a geography term. Don't use it in geography, goddammit. Use it in English. It's for English, that one, buy the farm. Here, you either use the word death or you use the word mortality. Hey, okay, moving on. So, the life expectancy is the average age people in a given population, maybe population of Amashau, can expect to live. They walk at night. They never listen. They're eating the wrong foods. They are too fat. Some are too thin. So they're gonna die very quick. I think the average life expectancy for Amashau, it must be 30. I'm thinking, guess they're gonna die at 30. So yeah, that's all we had to talk about today. Bye bye. Peace.